they're vulnerable, aren't they? I mean, that's the thing with Everton, and that's the thing with poor teams. They find ways to lose. Everton found a way to lose yesterday. They got Michael Keane gets sent off so he's the third Everton player in consecutive matches to get sent off. No one's managed that since Watford in 2017. It's as many red cards in league matches as Frank Lampard got in a 657 game Premier League career, and they've got them in 3 matches. So that's finding a way to lose. It was 2-1 to West Ham at that time. Everton are still in it, down to 10 men. They're not. Finding a way to lose. West Ham's winning goal is because Alex Iwobi lets a pass from Michael Keane run, and it goes straight into the path of Antonio. Jared Bowen reacts quicker to Jordan Pickford's save than any Everton defender around him. So that's what happens. That's what happens with bad teams. And Everton aren't a good team. They've got the worst away record, not just in the Premier League. They've got the worst away record of the 92 clubs.
Martin, are you amazed to see Everton Football Club where they are? Or are you thinking, well, that's reality, this is what it is? Because the money they've spent as well. I mean, it's not like a club who's like a Burnley, who've got to watch what they spend and stuff like that, who you expect maybe going to get a relegation battle. But Everton, I'm always expecting them to be trying to get in that top 6.
Yeah, that's exactly what when you think of the big 6, the top 6 in English football, you always think of Everton as a team a club that could break into that. And the money they've spent is the sort of money you need to break into that. But it hasn't been spent wisely. I'm always amazed to see them down there, Ray, because you were brought up on good Everton teams, Howard Kendall Everton teams, and things like that. So you think of Everton as a big club, and I think they were one of the original big 6 when there was all the TV deals and stuff like that. Everton were always part of that cartel. So yeah, absolutely. And you look at the league table; they could go. There's no doubt about that. They could go because it only needs one of those bottom 3. At the moment, all that's keeping them out of the bottom 3 is that no one can get their act together in the bottom 3. Watford, Burnley, Norwich. No one's really going on a run. It only needs one of those 3 teams to go on a run in these last 10 games, and Everton are in trouble because they've got games in hand, but they don't seem to have much idea how to win them. So, it's a problem. It's a real problem.
Martin, I was having a look at their fixtures for their run-in because the big one, of course, is Burnley this weekend. Well, it's not even this weekend, it's on Wednesday. I was looking at Peter Reid as well, what he was writing, and he said that this is basically one of their biggest games that they've had in the last 24 years. And I was looking at their run-in. So after Burnley, they've got Manchester United, Leicester, Liverpool, Chelsea, Leicester again, and then Brentford and Arsenal. And we were struggling to figure out on the form that they're in at the moment where they might pick up points there, Martin.
Well, no, without a doubt. I mean, the Burnley game, it's huge. Everything's huge at this stage in the season if you're down the bottom. But the Burnley game in particular, you look at winnable games. Manchester United is a winner because Manchester United are bang average at the moment. So playing Manchester United is not like playing the Manchester United of old, but then again, Everton aren't like the Everton of old. So, everything at Chelsea, you can't believe that the 4-1 against Brentford is indicative of Chelsea at the moment. They're better than that. Leicester are a difficult team to beat. I mean, they've got Liverpool in there as well, Liverpool away. It's a really, really difficult run. And you go, well, there's no real respite until they play Brentford, but Brentford beat Chelsea 4-1 on Saturday. So, it's a very, very strong league. There aren't I know it's it's a cliche, but there aren't too many easy games in the Premier League, and there's certainly not any easy games if you're playing like Everton.
No, And a massive win for West Ham, Martin. They needed that, didn't they? Just to give them that little bit of a lift before Thursday. Because Thursday, the London Stadium is going to be rocking, isn't it? I mean, it was brilliant in the last round. Absolutely fantastic against Seville. And now they've got Lyon, who are not doing that great in the French league. So you'll expect West Ham to be big favourites probably on Thursday. And if the crowd can get behind, I think the London Stadium now is getting a bit of a fortress for West Ham. It was Upton Park, but now London Stadium got a great record at home.
Yeah, I worry about that word fortress. I heard David Moyes just say that's a fortress. It wasn't so long ago that West Ham got beat at home by Leeds and Southampton. So, I mean, I'm not quite sure about fortress, but it's a different place. What you notice, I thought it was quite a flat atmosphere yesterday because it's almost before the Lord Mayor show, shall we say. Everyone's thinking about Lyon at the place at the moment. Certainly the fans are. They haven't been this deep into a European competition since 1976. And this is what that stadium was meant to produce. It was meant to produce a team that competed in Europe, and that it was meant to remove West Ham from being just the also-rans. So I'm very pleased for the club in that respect because they've now got the stadium as they hoped it would be. But yesterday was quite flat, and the one danger with the Lyon game is thinking they're a mid-table French club. West Ham should beat them, and then it's Barcelona. You can't think about Barcelona. Lyon have got a lot of European experience, which West Ham haven't got. It's a tough game.
Okay, Martin, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks Martin.
We will speak to you
See
again
you later.
very soon. Chief sports writer for the Daily Mail, Martin Samuel, there on talkSPORT Breakfast. A reminder as well that game, West Ham against Lyon, 8 o'clock kickoff this Thursday. In the Europa League, it's the quarter-final first leg. And it's live for you on talkSPORT. And now, Everton fans, if you believe you're going to stay up this season, we do want to hear from you. 03717 223344. It's not even if you think you're going to stay up, just come on and have a little rant if you want. Let us know how you're feeling after the weekend's results. 81089 as well. You can text us in at TS Breakfast.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.